Hi there, welcome to the Noah Presgrove case. When it comes to the community, I do tend to do an analysis from time to time, just like I've done in past communities with other cases, to monitor and assess human behavioural changes, shifts in personalities, and just overall actions out and about. And whilst we've done that to an extent within people, key individuals within the case, it can also be done with people within the community, members of the general public to a varying degree, whatever. And that's what I want to demonstrate today, because I did make a prediction in the past, really early on, that there will be changes in behaviour by people. And that's what's happened unexpectedly. As of today, when I was checking, I saw some comments just popping up out of nowhere. The user on YouTube called Happy Shack, I believe, Happy Shack. Some of you may be familiar with. Their profile picture is of a pig or a hog of some sort. And, whilst they've been involved in this case, sharing their thoughts, being positive, having a level of energy and emotion put behind it in a positive light, things have taken a very dark turn unexpectedly. And from the comments and replies, they're accusing me of some serious things or something. I've not read it, completely, but that's what I'm going to do today. And I just wanted to document this just like how I do with every other human out there, whether it's in the case or in the community, because it's about understanding what causes these changes and shifts in human behavior. What's the catalyst behind it? Can it be fixed, or is it beyond, And as well, I'm doing this video because I just want to see what other people think about it. Are you shocked? Are you surprised? Can it be explained? What I'll do right now is I'll read you the comments. They are screenshots from my YouTube channel. In terms of which videos they're on, it might be one to do with the Caleb Newton fishing trip one, and if not that, one of the Carter Combs videos that I did with the text messages, and someone left a negative comment complaining, and then I responded back with a question mark, and then Happy Shack said, "Oh, I know what's going on now." And I'm thinking, what? And then a few more comments appeared elsewhere. Let me just show you it right now, word for word. So here is the first comment, and this was 5 hours ago when I took the screenshot, give and take an extra 2 hours because time has passed by since. Happy Shack said, "Now I see what was really going on here, ref. The way you guys singled me out and attacked me. Bullying, stalking, harassment during the live streams. Even when I wasn't signed onto your live streams, in my opinion, you all deserve one another. Complete fools to think I was coming on your channel to spy on you for that other girl, Kylie." I think they mean Kaylee, that one. "You even so much as called me another Kylie. Guess what? I don't need you. I'm the most independent woman any one of you would ever meet. Probably the most kind-hearted too. You had your fun taking jabs at me, belittling me, cutting me down. I hope when you find out the truth that I was simply here on this channel for the sake of Noah, I hope you'll feel better. Oh, I hope you'll feel bad about it. What the hell? Such fools. Never in my life have I ever been accused of something so stupid or felt so hurt by total strangers." This is just the first comment, okay? Me personally, I am completely oblivious. I honestly have no clue what the hell's going on here, okay? Because I've been so focused and locked in on the case itself. As for any issues circling around in the background, I don't know. Do any of you know? Any witnesses? Any people watching right now? When it comes to Happy Shack, I've never mentioned their name negatively ever. There's no evidence of that. I don't know if anyone else has, or there's been any misunderstandings. Like the name Happy Shack, I don't know if people, others out there have called her the Shack Lady or something, who's a completely different person, just a play on words. I don't know if this person's got triggered by that. We just move on to the next comment. This was 5 hours ago as well. Happy Shack responds saying, I hadn't realised the entire time I was joining in on your live streams and subscribed to your channel that you had the gall to assume that I was part of the ones that handed you in for whatever it was. I've not been arrested. What? You've got some balls. Well, hope to think I have. Then you got all your little groupie cronies convinced I was another Kaylee. Nope, I've never said that before. Never. I watched her videos one effing time. Did you look up my history whilst you were hacked into my phone? If you fix, you would gave seen it, dumb arse. I don't understand. So Happy Shack is accusing Warlike Wrath for stalking and hacking this person's phone. I don't even know how to hack. The hell? This is random. And one thing I also want to confirm is I tend not to do live streams, with the exception that I've done some test ones in recent time. But if you're talking about day-to-day videos, they're live premieres. A live premiere is vastly different to a live stream, okay? Just like how a podcast is vastly different to my channel, which is, I'm a content creator hybrid. I'm not a podcaster, as like some people claim. But let's just continue reading. Happy Shack says, Warlike Wrath, you turned my camera and microphone on to spy on me without my knowledge or consent whilst I'm tending my animals. Excuse me? What? Then have the nerve to target me, bully me, belittle me, and make slide remarks with derogatory undertone. Oh, she's no one, just an old plank from the East Coast. Never mentioned that, though. There is a word for discriminating a person for their age. What? Ageism. You know what? F you. Thank you. I know it was you that erased the photos on my phone of my screenshots, plus you erased my animal photos and others too. Idiot. You can play dumb all you want. Well, the last time I did an IQ test, my IQ was 116, so I'm not trying to play dumb, but I am completely clueless to what's going on here, honestly. I took pictures of those screenshots. Of what? For the sole purpose of fear of losing my phone again. What does that mean? You've lost your phone in the past? And who was responsible? So, dumb arse. Let Victor know I took pictures of the screenshots using a digital camera. They're not gone forever as you assume. Let's see. Who else had to put their 2 cents in? I know who you are now. A bunch of paranoid, self-serving nobodies. The trash just walked. Wow. So Happy Shack is accusing me of hacking into her phone, accessing her microphone, knowing when she tends to her animals and what animals she has, deleting her photos, which she's got screenshots of, which put me in a bad light. I'm still very confused as to what's going on here. Let's move on. Happy Shack says, you could not have been any more wrong about me. I was on your channel for the sake of Noah. I'm very aware of that, yes. Not to spy on you. Never said you did. Get real. Why don't you contact Kaylee and ask her if she knows me? Why does that concern her, though? Go ahead. You will learn we do not know each other. I never said you did, though. Never communicated ever. Back on April 17th, my phone was stolen by 2 neighbourhood teenagers out of my feed storage room. Right. I was without a phone for over a month. Once I got a new phone, I resumed watching videos on YouTube. I'd been on YouTube since 2005. Good for you. One of your videos came up on my feed. It was about Noah. That is how I found out about his death. I did notice all the videos were of newer type subjects that I would not normally have watched, including yours. Maybe because YouTube was not recognizing me as a previous user, new phone, I don't know. I'd imagine it was at the same time you were getting or having issues with someone reporting you. It was not me. Do you understand? Don't need to understand because I never questioned you in the first place. Do you understand? Do you have proof and evidence? Because you seem to be spouting a lot. Very serious, slanderous claims, which is extremely bad. What else do we have here? I could care less about you, yet you cared enough to write an entire memoir and paragraph of false information and slanderous claims about me. So you must care enough, and there must be a factor behind it all, and that emotional behavioural shift. Anyway, Happy Shack says, I felt I had brought plenty to your channel by subscribing, commenting over and over. I'd even mention your channel on other channels to get people to watch your videos, thinking I was helping you. I'd give every comment a thumbs up across the board. I'm still in shock at the way I was treated. I'm a good person. Bust my arse day after day. I actually lost time by watching your videos. I was attacked verbally by your crew. Let's just make something very, very clear. Warlight Raf doesn't have a crew. Warlight Raf is a singular individual in which audience members who are individual people themselves who can think for themselves and are not brainwashed, not yes or yes men, yes women, none of that, no cult, no manipulation, no indoctrination, just people that decide to watch because they want to, comment because they want to, and react because they want to, okay? I don't have a crew, right? There might be other people that out there have a crew, as we saw in the past, the potato picker crew, and we saw how that went. Very salty, poor taste in the mouth. But let's just continue reading. Happy Shack says, live streams, only reason I took screenshots was because I was busy with the animals, feeding and watering, thinking I'd read them later. Never in my wildest dreams would I ever imagine you had these outrageous suspicions of me. Well, I never did. You are effing whacked in the head. Well, that's a nice thing to say about me. I raise registered livestock fool. Yes, I get dirty as hell. It's a farm. You really got some balls. As said, I hope to think I've got some, because if I haven't, I might need to question my gender. I started picking up on the remarks and comments. Never ever once did I have the slightest idea they were intended for me. I'd like to know what comments they are, though. The names I was called is beyond belief. I never saw any. You must live in a glass bubble, a perfect little world. Far from it. I live in the real world. Nothing phony here. The one about wearing a garbage bag. Whoa. Wearing a garbage bag? What does that even mean? Showering, hosing off my porch. Guessing my boob size. 44. Why are you giving your boob size in the comments? I don't really need to know, thank you. I mean, yeah, I've got a 40-inch chest. I don't need to know anyone else's, okay? Like what? Oh my effing God. I started to notice this badger. Oh, so now Happy Shack is talking about badger life, making smart arse comments directed towards me. One by one, they all had to take part in the nasty, rude remarks. You know, we've been having a heat wave here, 107 degrees, whilst your fat arses are in the air conditioning, no doubt. Well, you are most definitely an impetuous one, because when it comes to the UK tends not to have air conditioning in houses because it isn't hot all year round. It's mainly cold, wet, windy, but then when the time does come round, when it's raining, when it's really warm and hot, the body doesn't have enough time to adjust. No air conditioning either, so it's actually much worse here at times because the body doesn't adjust. Okay, and the way the houses are built here, arguably better quality here compared to some houses in the US, full on bricks, you know, more compact, solid, but it traps the heat. Okay, almost like a greenhouse. So making false assumptions there, jumping the gun, that's not a good look. Anyway, all I can say, I'm not going to let this slide by. Normally I would. You accused me of something I was not. I never accused you of anything. You assumed I was a bad person. Never said that. And convinced your members of the same? No. You all bullied me. Didn't Badger Life say she was a grandmother? Jeez. What was it? I see that... Ooh. Do you turn everyone's cameras on without their knowledge? That is stalking. I'm not sure of your age. I'm currently 24 years of age. It's apparent you have a tremendous amount of growing up to do, in my opinion. Interesting. And last but not least, I even went out, if my way, you mean of my way, made a special trip to town to buy a prepaid PayPal card so I could buy a membership. Planned on buying others' memberships too. I tried to join. I got a notice that I was not allowed. Like, what is wrong with you? You've got me so upset. I felt as though I was going to have a heart attack. It's no joke. You're not going to get away with what you've put me through. I think you've put yourself through this ordeal by making up a load of false allegations about Warlike Wrath, which is a very serious thing and goes against YouTube TOS. So you can throw your toys out the pram, you can have a little tantrum and get over emotional, but I think someone needs to get a grip of themselves, okay? Because what I've read today is absolutely outrageous, okay? And this talk about, oh, I was going to buy this and I was going to buy that. I don't know if that's some kind of like emotional blackmail or something, but in terms of getting a notice that you weren't allowed to join as a member, personally, I have no clue what's going on there. YouTube can be a dodgy platform at times. In recent time, people's comments have been deleted. My comments have been deleted on and off because of YouTube. My pinned comments have been unpinned automatically. People haven't been getting notifications. I can't control all of that. I'm not Mr. YouTube. I'm not high up there with YouTube, so I don't know what's going on there. There were some people in the past that weren't able to join. I think it was Cleo. She tried joining, but it kept saying the card wasn't working, or when entering in the details, it just wouldn't let her join. I don't know what was going on there, but she was able to resolve it in the future, and it was all okay. What Happy Shack is doing here is assuming that because she can't join the membership thing, she can't join my channel, she's assuming that I'm blocking her from doing so, and she's taking that as an insult. I'm not blocking anyone. Anyone can become a member, right? I can gift memberships too, and other people can gift memberships to one another, or you can pay to become a member yourself. The weirdest thing is, even though I created the membership page on my channel, I'm not classified as a member. I would have to join as a member to my own channel. How silly is that when it comes to YouTube? It's a bit stupid, isn't it? But still, there is no features whatsoever to stop people from becoming a member. People can become a member if they want to, or if they're gifted memberships. It's all at random when it comes to the gifted part. So I don't know what's going on here. This must be a YouTube problem. But as for everything else, what we've read, it's crazy. Times like this, it's very important to cover, especially when there's serious false allegations made, more so about me, when it's not true and there's no evidence behind it. But if this individual is known elsewhere or in other communities by sharing my channel or videos, if they were to ever share their made-up story, people could believe in it, and you know how that goes. So it's all about minimizing it and setting the record straight and clear as soon as possible. As for everybody watching right now and all of the witnesses in the past, I want to know your thoughts down below in the comment section, because this is very serious. Making claims that I have been hacking into people's phones, cameras, microphones, that I have some kind of X-ray vision in which I can tell exactly whose boob size is what. So what's going to happen next in the next video? Oh, hi, welcome to the channel. Oh yeah, I can see you just over there. Let me just use my X-ray vision. Are you a 34B or a 67A? Oh, I don't know. Just like I don't know the numbers or measurements, because I don't spend the time to research in the sizes of people's chest or bras, nor do I go shopping for bras, even though someone said that I would look good in one in the past. No clue what's going on, okay? Yes, I might have good vision and good hearing, but it's not X-ray, okay? I can't see through the screen. I can't see people. I can't see their muscle, their definition, or their biceps. It doesn't work like that. Let's be realistic. We need to bring ourselves back down to reality, get the gravity back. So a lot has been said. I'm completely confused by, because it's just happened, right? Because I don't know when was the last time Happy Shack was around, but it was positive, it was normal. That's all I've ever seen within Happy Shack, somewhat of a positive, enthusiastic individual that cares about the case, quite active, participating in the chat or comments. You yourself would have seen it as well. And just all of a sudden, things have taken a very dark turn. They might be upset, they might be emotional. Could it be something going on in the background or in real life and they're taking it out on me? You never know. Could there be a misunderstanding somewhere through something else or somebody else, which is then it's been directed at me? Who knows? One thing I do know for certain is at times there can be misunderstandings where something may not work and then they assume that I'm responsible. Just like the comment section and maybe some other things. So like when comments are deleted, some people accuse me of deleting the comments. That's not true. YouTube does it. It's happened to many people out there and many other channels. Not just here, it's not just you, okay? Now, when humans do question warlike wrath in a short space of time, especially the strangers, it is what it is. If it's people that have been around a bit longer, if not much longer, and they know how things go and how things work, they suddenly start questioning and accusing. That is obviously very disappointing to see. As for Happy Shack being around for a month or just over, because that's how long I've been covering this case for, so surely they would have understood how things go about here and what things are like and the way the community is and the health behind it, because it's a lot cleaner and better here than it is elsewhere, right? In terms of calling her a spy, never mentioned that. I've talked about spies in general, but no names were given. And this is the thing in life. I can say things, I can talk in general, and then random people come along and tag themselves with that conversation and say, why are you talking about me? My response is, not any point did I mention a specific name. I was talking in general, but for you to feel like you're a part of this discussion, that you're being targeted or marked, even though I'm not aware of that situation, but you feel somewhat guilty subconsciously, that you tie yourself within it, then maybe are you responsible for something that I'm not aware of? Please do tell and explain, right? That's how it happens. It happens a lot with humans and how they respond to me. It's a little bit concerning, okay, if I'll be honest with you. Could it happen in the future? Absolutely. Will there be any more changes in people within this community on YouTube or further afar in the Noah Presgrove case? Probably. There's a fair chance. I predicted it already, okay? Warlike Wrath made a prediction in the Jay Slater case recently, and I've not even covered that case that deep. I got it right, as usual. Made a prediction really early on in this case that I could become a black sheep or people could turn on me and people changing behaviour. Absolutely, it's happened as we've seen today. You look back to the Dylan Rounds case, we saw it extensively there. It continues on. No matter where you go, there's people out there that can be over emotional, okay? And that's not an insult, it's just an observational fact. Over emotional people at times can be problematic. They don't see things the same way. They're not on the same wavelength. They don't think before they speak. They can be very impetuous and egocentric. Commotion can come out of it, and through misunderstandings there can be tension, conflict, drama, full blown out wars and attacks and verbal criticisms and false claims made. And maybe it is resolved in the future, but then it'll only happen again and again and again. I saw it in the Dylan Rounds case. I'm not going to mention their name because they'll probably get triggered again if they're still watching, but an individual back then at some point was thinking that I was having to go at them or I was doing something wrong. I set the record straight. I was very strict. I was very clear. In a way, I did kind of apologise for being a bit too strict because I did apologise before my video aired as a live premiere, but nevertheless, they watched it, they understood and apologised. But it happened one too many times. And if it keeps going on and on again, that's not a good cycle, okay? That's where human becomes a lost cause, right? You can only explain it to someone so many times. You can't tell them how to think, can you? They've got to think themselves. And in this case, how this person's thinking and reacting is by making up a lot of false stuff. Now, this is about the Noah Presgrove case community. People like this, who could be considered unstable, unpredictable at times, can be problematic within a case. And that's not me being really negative about this person because I saw them in a positive light beforehand, but my opinion has changed all of a sudden based off what they've done to me and what they've said unexpectedly, okay? I wasn't anticipating this, and I'm sure most of you weren't either. But if this is what they can be like, just like how we saw some people in the past as well, some witnesses will know, right? That they can just change like that. And it can harm a case, it could harm a community, it could divide things, it could make stuff implode on itself. It can give someone a bad name out there, and then that can really go bad from there, especially if it's a creator. And obviously, as a creator, one has to address the situation, to document it as things go along, and just to react as well. Because by keeping completely silent, humans could interpret that as suspicion, right? And if you think about it, the Noah Presgrove case, that's what it should be all about. But then you get humans like this that are making it more about themselves than the actual case. But in my situation, I do need to cover it. I do need to defend myself. As for other people out there that may not make videos and just say, move on, or forget, or don't cover it and focus on the case only, well, this just happens to be involved in the case and community. It goes hand in hand. If it's not touched upon and it's ignored, it could bubble away and it could implode, it could erupt in the future, whether they do it again or if they start spreading false lies elsewhere in the background. So everybody watching right now and later on catch up, just be very cautious, because if we've got people like this just suddenly popping up and changing in behaviour, it's not exactly healthy, it's not exactly stable. And how much worse could it get? Okay? So, obviously very disappointing to see from Happy Shack, a positive individual suddenly turned to the dark side. Don't ultimately know why and where they got all these claims from about the boob size and the microphone, the camera, balls. I don't know what's going on. Sounds a little bit corrupt and dodgy, in my opinion. I want to know yours. Leave it down below. And if you do want to share this video, just to spread awareness, or you just want to share this video with friends and people you know of, feel free. I know it's not a good idea to share these videos on Facebook or Reddit because it kind of takes it away from the case and it's just all about drama and conflict and all about Raf being attacked, but the message needs to be spread somehow, somewhere else, just so no one else gets the wrong end of the stick. Because I always base it off the fact that you will get new people coming along, and whether they see my video or what, they may see the other comments by other people which are negative about me, and that'll be the first impression they will have and probably believe in. Compared to a person that may have stuck around, watched my channel for a long time, knows how things are and what I'm like, and then they've seen a negative comment, but they've got a better judgment, they've got a better understanding of the situation. But someone that doesn't understand from both sides may believe in the false facts. So there we go. I mean, I'm going to try and do a video afterwards if there's time. It's been busy today. If there's time, I'll try and get a video done, but there are other things that need to be done in between. I just want to give you a heads up there if there is no video later. But I'll try and get one done if possible, but no guarantee. Thanks for watching. We'll see what happens next. Hopefully it's somewhat positive, more so in the case itself. But yeah, goodbye for now.